everyone, Stacy here. Welcome back to my channel, and this is part 2 of the tiny home tour. We're going to go over the finishes, the appliances, and some of the details that I skipped out on last time. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching the last video and liking it and subscribing. Keep subscribing because that gives me a chance to see what you guys are posting on your channels as well. Now, one of the questions I didn't address last time was the measurements, and I'm so sorry. That was like the #1 question that all y'all were asking was, what are the dimensions of this building? So I'm actually going to go outside and take my tape measure and measure the pad. So let's go do that. Another foggy and wet day outside today. It turns out that the entire pad of the building is just over 11 foot wide and 36 long. The #2 question that I kept getting asked in the comments was, where do you cook? Where's your stove? I don't have a stove, but what I do have is a double burner induction cooktop, an air fryer, toaster, a convection oven combo, and I've got a grill outside and also a crock pot that I use. This cooktop is made by Impava, and it is an induction cooktop, so you need to have special pans in order to cook on it. It also has touch buttons instead of regular knobs. This is the Power Air Fryer 360 by Emerald. This unit is a combo unit, so you can use it for air frying, making toast, bagels, pizza, baking with it, broiling, putting a rotisserie in there, slow cooking, dehydrating, reheating, and warming stuff back up. When you're cleaning appliances with this kind of finish on it, I found out the hard way you don't want to use anything with the chlorine in it. I had mentioned that I wanted to have a deep sink so I could wash pots and pans in my crock pot, but I also got a tall faucet here made by Moen. In the last video I showed you the washer dryer area, and you saw that I had a 7-gallon water heater. It's not a tankless, it's a 7-gallon. It's made by Bosch, and it works on 110 volts. I don't want to turn this into a product review. I want to share with you guys the types of things I used in here. That way you can come up with your own ideas and designs. This is a ductless, I just get tongue-tied sometimes. This is a ductless, not ductless, ductless mini split air unit made by Pioneer. There's a handler outside and then this part inside. This was installed by Gillis Heating and Air. The ceiling is 6-inch tongue and groove pine that I pickled. Basically, I watered down some paint and whitewashed it. Now, because I only have 100 amp service on this house, I was trying to keep everything more energy efficient. These lights here are a flat LED light. Crap, I forgot how to take it out. Ow! That stabbed my finger! These are made by Halo, and watch out for these springs because they'll snap on you. If you look up in the hole there, you can see the shiny stuff that looks like a quilted tinfoil. It's a radiant barrier that my dad suggested. Speaking of energy and electric, if you live out in the sticks like I do, the service out here isn't quite reliable, so you want to make sure to get an electric generator for the times that you lose power. Hi, Pumpkin. Now, besides the radiant barrier, the insulation in this house is all R13 because the rafters are 2x4 rafters. Now, if you come out in the wintertime and you see snow built up in all the areas on your roof, that's a good sign. If you see the snow melted in certain areas, that shows that there's a lack of insulation in those areas and the heat is going up and melting the snow. Here we are in the bathroom. It's a small bathroom. It measures 5 foot across, 5 foot wide. I had to use a really small sink. It measures 18 inches across. It's a pedestal sink that I got, I think, either from Lowe's or Home Depot, so it wasn't anything special order. And the faucet is made by Delta. I also put 2 mirrors here because it kind of makes it look a little more spacious, but then you could check out the back of your head and make sure you don't have any funny hairs growing anywhere. How's this today? You look great. One of the questions somebody had were about these suction cup hooks. I think I got those at Lowe's. Usually when I tile, I try to make the grout line where the bullnose and regular tile meet go behind the shower frame. However, in this instance, the measurements that they gave me in the instructions were a little bit off, and I have the grout line slightly on the inside of the frame. The shower diverter and the shower head are both made by Moen, but I put this extension on here so that way the shower head isn't spraying directly on the glass and leaking out the sides. This way it sprays straight down into the pan. I've been a fan of Sherwin-Williams paint for about 15 years. I don't typically buy paint from the big box stores because they started adding a primer inside the paint, and it makes the paint really heavy, so when you apply it, it starts to sag. The color scheme that I chose was Softer Tan for the bath and laundry, Olympus White for the bedroom, and Ancient Marble for the kitchen and the living room. This is Core-Tech vinyl plank flooring. It's a pop and lock flooring. Not that kind of pop and lock. I did a floor like this maybe 5 years ago, and when I was cutting using the framing square, my knife slipped off and cut the tip of my thumb off. I was only 2 pieces away from finishing the job, and my customer wanted to drive me to the hospital, but I told her I needed to finish the floor first, and then I could go get stitched up. I think the third most popular question I had in the comments was, where do I eat? I have this desk here. I also have the table outside on the porch. And I have a bunch of fold-out trays I can use. So now I want to share with you guys some of the things I would have done different. The number one thing I would have done different is have the floors insulated. When you buy these shelves, some companies will insulate the floors underneath for you. I didn't order mine like that, and I went ahead and did it afterwards, and it was so much harder than if I would have just done it from the beginning. The second thing I would have done different would be to install a larger hot water heater. This one's really nice, but it only gives you maybe like a 4 or 5 minute shower. And forget about running your dishes or the laundry at the same time. Again, thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. I had that video up for 2 days and I had over 100 new subscribers and 1,600 views. The homestead community, the tiny home community, you guys are awesome. I love all your comments and the support that you give me. And please come back and watch the next videos we have coming out.